Businesses have been saying for some time that they're paying their workers larger wage increases, but the wage data has only started to pick up quite gradually, and workers are actually seeing their purchasing power fall. So what's going on? So wage growth is up 2.4% over the year, and that's only just above where we were pre-pandemic. And that's despite a really low unemployment rate, the lowest we've had in almost 50 years, and very low underemployment as well. So it's very competitive to actually get workers out there. But it depends on the sectors and the occupations that you look at as well. So some workers, particularly those on individual arrangements, have seen their wages growth pick up more quickly in response to the tight market conditions. But other workers who are on enterprise bargaining agreements or the minimum wage or award wages, those wages only get reviewed periodically and sometimes only after a few years. So that's why it can be quite sluggish for wage growth to actually come through in the data. Recently, the Fair Work Commission announced that the minimum wage would increase by 5.2% and award wages would increase by at least 4.6%. And that's the largest increases we've seen for those in several years. So that will be a really good sign for many low-paid workers from the 1st of July when those increases kick in. And it will add to wage growth acceleration in the second half of the year there as well. But the Commission really did have to balance a lot of moving parts in the economy. So we've got a very strong labour market at the moment, but cost of living has increased sharply, and that disproportionately affects the lowest paid workers, particularly with inflation for non-discretionary goods and services going up more quickly than for discretionary. On the other side, the Commission did weigh the potential inflationary effects of larger wage increases as well as what it means for business costs as well. But I think the key thing is that we don't want to see real wages continue to fall for too long or too deeply. It's obviously not good for the worker and for households, but it's also not good for businesses. Because if purchasing power continues to fall and people rein in their spending, that's going to put a hole in demand for business goods and services, so not good for the business sector either. So there are really two schools of thought. One, we're going into a wage price cycle where wages rise, which then pushes up inflation further, which pushes wages up further as well. But the other risk is that actually we continue to see high inflation without wages growth picking up. And that means that we'd see large ongoing falls in real wages, which is not a good thing for the broader economy. We're actually expecting that wage growth will accelerate, but real wages will continue to fall through this year and into 2023. So it will take some time before households actually see a pickup in their living standards. But if we look at things like the tightness in the labour market, rising inflation expectations, more people actually changing jobs or planning to change jobs to take advantage of higher wage offers elsewhere, that does look like a good sign for wage growth to accelerate over the next couple of years. We think stronger wage growth will be a really good thing for the economy. For several decades, we've seen the labour share of income trend downwards, whereas the profit share of national income has actually risen quite significantly. So for the economy to grow sustainably and for the benefits to be distributed across businesses and workers, including the lowest paid, we do need to see stronger wage growth going forward.